The Canadian market economy. Demand and supply in a market economy. 1. The laws of supply and demand. Demand is the willingness and ability of buyers to purchase a product or service. Supply is the willingness and ability of producers to offer a good or service for sale. 2. Demand and supply schedules show how many units of a product are likely to be sold at various prices. 3. Demand and supply curves. A demand curve shows how many products will be demanded at different prices, while a supply curve shows how many products will be supplied at different prices. Due to the law of demand, the demand curve shows more units are purchased at lower price levels. This means the demand curve slopes downward to the right. As prices go up, the amount purchased decreases. Due to the law of supply, the supply curve shows more units are produced for sale at higher price levels. This means that the supply curve slopes upward to the right. As prices go up, the amount produced increases. Where the supply and demand curves meet shows the equilibrium price. The equilibrium price is the price at which buyers will purchase and suppliers will produce the product. The market price emerges naturally as part of the exchange process in a market economy. Equilibrium price occurs when buyers are willing to purchase goods and services of acceptable value and quality for a price that sellers are willing to meet, which allows profitability, where demand and supply curves cross. Shortages. When the quantity demanded exceeds the quantity business are willing to supply, a shortage exists. This will create a new equilibrium price crossing the demand curve at a higher price point than normal. Thus, a shortage drives prices up. Surplus. When the quantity demanded is less than the quantity businesses are willing to supply, a surplus exists. This will create a new equilibrium price crossing the demand curve at a price point which is lower than normal. Thus, a surplus drives prices down. Private enterprise and competition. Adam Smith's belief that allowing individuals to pursue self-interest would eventually benefit society as a whole through the invisible hand of competition. 4 elements must be present in private enterprise: private property rights, freedom of choice, profits and competition. Competition occurs when businesses vie for the same resources or customers in a particular market or industry. Competition motivates business to operate efficiently and forces business to make products better or cheaper. Degrees of competition. 4 degrees of competition within private enterprise are identified. The degrees of competition are influenced by the number of firms competing for the same consumer's dollar, the similarity of their products or services in the eyes of consumers. 1. Perfect competition, a market or industry characterized by a large number of small firms producing an identical product so that no one firm is powerful enough to influence the price of their product in the marketplace. Agriculture, wheat production, is given as an example. 2. Monopolistic competition, a market or industry characterized by a large number of firms supplying products that are similar but distinctive enough from one another to give firms some ability to influence price. Examples given: detergents, soft drinks, fashion. 3. Oligopoly, a market or industry characterized by a small number of large firms that have the power to influence the price of their product and/or resources. Generally, large initial capital investment is necessary for new competitors to enter the market, therefore, barriers to entry are high. Examples given: automobile, rubber, and steel industries. 4. Monopoly, a market or industry with only one producer, who can set the price of its product and/or resources.